Well. Look what we have here. You know what's funny? People like me, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but we gave some criticism of Trump and the administration, but also talked about how ridiculous the left is. You know what I didn't talk about in that last video was how ridiculous the media is. Y'all, these people are straight up just liars. It blows my mind how people still trust what these people tell us. And we have a really good example right here from Trump did an interview with Terry. I think it's the first time Terry and Trump had an interview together because Trump was like, "Look, I chose you because I've never done an interview with you before. Thought you were good. Well, Trump, this is what happens when you make false assumptions, okay? This is what happens when you assume. We can't be assuming, bro, not with the mainstream media." Oh my goodness, bro. So anyway, this video is just about the El Salvador guy they deported. Homeboy got deported and the left is going crazy, but the Trump administration is saying that he's part of MS-13 because of his tattoos and his criminal history. And of course, Trump is going to have a field day with this reporter. Let's check this out.
Look, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
Well,
over that.
wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattoo.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Interpreted that way. Yo.
Wait a minute.
If I have a knuckle that say MS-13 on it, homeboy's like, well, it can be interpreted as Mississippi and I was born in 2013. Maybe that's what it is.
Terry.
He did not have the
Terry.
letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshop. So let me
That
just...
was Photoshop. Terry, you can't
had-
do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture. We'll
And you think it
agree
was
to disagree.
Photoshopped? Well,
Here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had
Fair enough.
MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine,
No,
sir.
Terry,
I want to get to
Terry,
Ukraine.
No. He had MS, as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
When
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They
Take
weren't
a look
there,
at the
but they're
photograph.
there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
he's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay?
Well, we'll take a look at that.
You do
We'll take
such
a
a
look.
disservice.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't you
sir.
just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else?
It's contested.
Amazing. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about all this? Let's go back a little bit. Look at him begging to go back to Ukraine. Look at
They
this.
aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
Look at this.
They weren't
Take a look
there,
at the
but they're
photograph.
there now, right?
No.
But they're there
Watch
now.
this.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
he's got
Ukraine, sir. He wants to move on to Ukraine, sir. Bro, this is priceless. But once he couldn't get Trump to say that it's not interpreted, maybe it could be interpreted differently, he was like, well, maybe it's photoshopped. Yo, you can't make this up. The man is sitting right in front of you, and you're full of this stuff. And then Trump says, look, they're giving you a big opportunity, and this is what you're doing with it, bro. My computer's acting up right now, but I can't. And people wonder how we can trust these people, bro. ABC, MSDNC, CNN. CNN stands for Communist or China News Network. Because that's whose side they're taking right now on the tariffs. Y'all been seeing that, bro? They are literally rooting against. Never mind. This video is about MS-13. But the facts are the facts. This guy's not an American citizen. He's out of here, bro. And if you have a problem with that, then frankly, you have a problem with this country, because this country has borders. This country has laws. And if you don't follow the law, then you get out. It's just that simple. We have ways of doing stuff, and it should be followed. And that goes for anyone. Speaking of this, if people sit here and say that what Trump is doing is immoral, deporting people, then why don't you go ahead and open up your home for anyone who's homeless? You know, if we shouldn't have borders for our country, then if we should welcome everyone, then why don't we put those people in your house? How about that? How many rooms you got? You got about 3, 4? Okay, we can fit about 8 or 10 of them in there. Come on. We'll drop them off tomorrow. Anyway, let me end this recording. I need to get a new battery for this computer in case you guys are wondering. So if you want to help me fund that, letitbeheard.store. Go shop. We got repent shirts. We got conservative shirts. We got Christian shirts. We got hats. We got tote bags. We got everything for your mama, your daddy, and for yourself if you want to treat yourself. Should be some good stuff on there for y'all. Anyway, other than that, I'm gonna end it because I feel like my computer's gonna die soon. It's tripping. So God bless you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff's in the link in the description. Subscribe if you like the video, and God bless.